Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 23rd, and I'd like to start with the math problems. I'm going to go backwards to Monday's math problems, and here are the answers. But when you look at these, I want you to find the one that is not correct. Carefully. All right, did you see the one that is not correct? Number 8, 4 times 2, it says equals 9. But 4 times 2 does not equal 9. It equals what? 8. Yep, 8 is correct. Good. I was just seeing how well you were paying attention if you could find the one that was not written correctly. All right, so that's the first part for on the, I'm looking at this paper here. And now I'm going to look at problem number 12. It says, draw an array to solve. And the first one says, for number 12, bottles of syrup are arranged in 4 rows of 5 bottles each. Mr. LaRock adds 2 more bottles to each row. How many bottles of syrup are there in all? Well, I decided to draw the array because an array is on paper here. So you can see it, and hopefully you'll show that when you do this on Seesaw too, or you have done it already, I should say. And then what I did is I used different colors here for the dots to represent the extra 2 more bottles to each row that he added. So then I wrote a multiplication sentence of 7 times 4, and then you could count them, or if you knew what 7 times 4 is, 28. And then I labeled it as bottles of syrup. Number 13 says a parking lot had 4 rows of 7 spaces in each row. So I drew that first. I drew 4 rows going down and then 7 going across. Then 2 more rows were added, not each to each one, but 2 more rows were added if the parking lot was expanded, or meaning what they did is they added more to the parking lot. How many parking spaces are there now? This is how I did it. I started out with the 4 rows of 7. Excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. And then what I did is I added the 2 more rows in different colors, so it makes actually 6 rows of 7. And 6 times 7 equals 42. 42 parking spaces. Good. We'll go over Tuesday's answers tomorrow, but I want to go into the reading part now for Thursday. And what it says is do a character map, and that is shown. It looks like this. And so you think of one of the characters, you pick one of the characters, and you think about adjectives. Now, examples of adjectives for a person may be charming, maybe gentle or happy, brave, witty, or ambitious. Those could be the one. So on here it says in the hexagon, write one, this is a hexagon, write one of the characters' names that we've been reading about so far. And then you write 2 different adjectives, so 2 different things that would describe that person, right here and here in the little ovals. And then down here you're going to write details. Let's say that you said charming, and then what, but don't use that one, please. And then what, let's say you decide on Peter and you said he's charming. Let's say, for example. And then you try to find 2 details in the story, and you write them in here that would support your decision on that being an adjective. Remember, adjectives describe things. For example, the word red wagon, red is the adjective. Brown dog, brown is the adjective. So you think of color, shapes, and sizes are some ways of describing things and adjectives that way, but we're looking at the actual character traits of a person when we write these in. So once again, choose a character, you write 2 adjectives, one here and one here, and then down below in the details there, sorry you can't see very good, you write, for this adjective, you write 2 things in the story that help you decide on that adjective, and then the same with this one. All right. Okay, I think, let's see, let's look at the different things for Thursday. I think last time on Wednesday I was reading from Monday, sorry about that. What you're going to look at here is, this is the may-dos. Don't forget to keep doing your math and show me your work on your notebooks. Once again, I love seeing those on Seesaw. Anything you have to show me. Someone went outside and told me some different things that weren't related even to what we were doing in the schoolwork, but it was really, really meaningful. And if you want to do that as well, I appreciate that a lot. Under this category here for science and social studies, it says for Thursday there are 3 main types of communities. Urban, we talked about this. We had a time for kids and we talked about this. Suburban and rural. Write a journal entry where you want to live when you grow up. Urban is, and it tells you, in a big city. Suburb is a city outside of a big city, and rural is in the country. And then here it says, do some yoga. Here are some poses we have practiced. Tree, star, mountain, ragdoll, crescent moon, twist. Watch Old Neville and News for other stretching ideas. And that's a good one. And then here, trace your hands and fill it with symbols to represent your favorite things. So you could trace one hand down and then just write down different things or words or symbols to represent your favorite things, like your favorite foods, your favorite animals. And then the last one here says, jog outdoors for 5 minutes without stopping. Pace yourself. Don't go too fast, too soon. Start slow, especially if you've been sitting around the house and not doing a lot. You want to ease into some kind of exercise like that. All right, I think that's all for Thursday. It's so good to see you on Seesaw. I look at it like 3 times a day because I love to see what you have to say and I love to look at your work. So keep up the good work.